By the time you watch this video, I will have already put in my 2 weeks at Glossier. I worked at the Soho location for 5 to 6 months, and today I'm going to be doing a full face of Glossier, but we're keeping it really casual. If you want actual full in-depth reviews or demos, let me know, but for now, we're just talking. I'm just showing you some products that I have. I've accumulated quite a few, some of which I don't even know where it went. We're going to talk about the lip glosses, foundation, concealer, sunscreen, all that good stuff. Let's get started. I already have the Boy Brow Arch on my eyebrows, and I put a layer of sunscreen on. This is the Glossier Invisible Shield Daily Sunscreen, SPF 50. I love this stuff. It has a satin finish. Probably one of my favorite products. And we are going to be doing completely brutally honest opinions on everything I'm putting on my face. I'm using the foundation in Light 4. I honestly love the skin tint a little bit more. That's definitely much lighter coverage than this, but this also comes on pretty naturally. I am borrowing this because I actually gifted this to my mother when I first started working at Glossier. I do like the texture. I think it's nice. I think it's probably as close to a natural foundation as I've ever tried. I'm not a full coverage person or even medium coverage. I usually just do the skin tint, just do a tinted moisturizer. Also keep in mind that when I started working at Glossier, I was very much a drugstore girl. I love drugstore through and through. So you're going to see that my frame of reference for products really comes from my love for drugstore and seeing what I can get at a more affordable price. I mean, Glossier isn't super expensive, but if it wasn't for the discount that I was getting as an employee, there's a lot of products that I wouldn't buy with my own money. This being one of them. I don't know, I don't think it looks good on me. And I didn't color match myself for this one, so I can't tell if it's too light or if it's just that we're coming out of the summer months and that's why I've just had a tan, which I really doubt. I'm putting on the matching concealer, which I love. This is creamy. This is so nice. This is also in Light 4. I just find that I have to set it with a powder with my combo oily skin. Otherwise, it kind of shifts a little because it's so creamy and nice. But it does have a habit of just kind of disappearing on me or migrating if I'm not setting it with something or like a finishing spray. Something to just kind of keep it in place. I'm using their duochromes in teak. I really love these. I think the pigmentation is amazing, stunning, beautiful. This is perfect for brown eyes, colored eyes. The only issue I have is that because it's just 3 colors, I like to have something a little bit more matte in the crease. I find that these 3 combined without the help of any supplementary shadows makes it a darker look than what I'm going for, because as you can see, they're all kind of dark. I mean, they're not dark, but like if you're putting all 3, let me just swatch these. If you're putting all 3 on, only one of them is matte, which I understand why they did that, but even that matte one is a little bit dark for all over the lid for the kind of looks that I'm going for. But the pigmentation, the formula on these, amazing, as long as I prime my eyes. Technically, we're not supposed to need a primer, but I need a primer for pretty much anything that has to do with my eyes or eyebrows. Even if it says it's long lasting, whatever. If I don't put a primer on, it's going to disappear off my eyelids. Because I'm filming content today, I'm going to try to be super light-handed with this. I'm going to put that matte shade on my crease. And I also have hooded eyes, so that doesn't help the situation. Anything can look overwhelming on my eyes in a matter of seconds. And I am also very heavy-handed sometimes. I actually have quite a few of these, so I'm hoping on my last day to just snag a couple with my discount before it's too late. And then I put that other color all over the lid, but as you can see, it's just a little bit dark. So I'm trying to be light-handed, but this one's already darker than this one, so I have to try to get them to match. Now for the metallic one, I love this stuff. I always put it on the center or sometimes on the inner corner, depending on which palette I'm using, but I love shimmers, so I am happy they're included. I just wish this was a quad and not a trio. Time for mascara. There's a black one, there's a brown one. I love the brown one more, but right now I currently have the black one. This is what the wand looks like. I do really like it, but like I said, I'm a drugstore girl, and I find that I get very similar results, if not better, with like Essence mascaras, Maybelline mascaras. $20 is just a lot. It's a lot for me. It's a lot for my drugstore roots. I just cannot justify it. The only time I really spend a lot of money on a mascara is if it's a colored mascara. Like if it's a color that I think is very unique and something that I have a hard time finding a good formulation for in the drugstore, then I will 100% put in the extra like $10, $15 for it. So like if Glossier ever came out with color mascaras, then I'd be like, okay, maybe. If it's the same formula as this, maybe I would go for it. but for just a black and a brown, and I find these dry out a little quickly, I just don't feel like it's worth it. Like at first I was like, oh, I hate the mascara, I hate it, and then I took a break from it and I came back to it and I'm like, actually I do really like the formula. Some people are just willing to spend a little bit more, even if there's something cheaper in the drugstore. They just like what they like. So this is definitely a popular item that people would buy a lot while I was working. But I hated the question like, oh, what do you think of the mascara? Because I like it before and after. I like it, but you know, I don't know. But in my mind, I'm thinking you can get it for $4.99. Keep in mind, I also don't use an eyelash curler, so we could probably get a lot better results with an eyelash curler, but I just, since day one, never liked them. They kind of scare me. My mom used to have one and I would always try to do it and I'm like, no, I'm gonna chop off all my eyelashes because that's just the look that I have. See, I'm not liking the eye look because I just feel like that crease is so heavy. Now I gotta film all my videos and I'm gonna have this makeup. Like, it's not bad. I just, usually what I'll do is I'll add a couple eyeshadows from different palettes kind of to like tone it down a little bit. But obviously I'm doing a full face of Glossier makeup, so I didn't want to do that. Now we're gonna do blush. Not my favorite shade, but it's the only one I could find. This is in Wisp. Very pretty. I do like the cloud paints. You need just a tiny bit and you just like dab it on, or you could do it with the sponge. I don't have a beauty blender, so we're just gonna take it from the back of my hand and we're gonna just pat it on. I don't think this color suits me all that well, but I have a bunch. I just can't find them. My favorite one is Puff and Storm. Puff is like a cool tone pink and Storm is a lot deeper, and in the bottle I was like, I'm not gonna like this, or in the packaging, and then once I actually started using it, I was like, now I understand why this is such a popular color. It's so good. I can't say the same about Wisp on my skin tone, but you know what? We're pushing through. I'm also filming with a different camera, so it's really hard to see what I'm doing because this viewfinder is different. My camera broke recently, so we're just making do with what we have. I like the cloud paints, but I don't personally feel like they have a lot of staying power. Like, they'll be gone on my face in like 3 hours. It might be longer now that I have a good base. I have like a foundation. Normally when I try it on at work or when I'm trying it on my off days, it's with like just sunscreen or like Future Dew, which I forgot to add. Future Dew is something that I actually really like, but not with product, like not mixed into foundation, more so just on its own. Like it's heavy, like it's heavy on the skin. Future Dew is like a mix of oils and it gives you like a glowy, dewy, you know, as the name would suggest, feel to your face. So sometimes people will just put it on the high points of their face, or sometimes people put it into their foundation or tinted moisturizer or whatever they're using. I like it alone. Like, I like 2 full pumps on my face. Yes, it feels a little thick and sticky, but a couple hours later, it leaves my skin feeling really good. And like, I like having a layer of something to protect me from the elements. It's not really protecting me from anything, but I'll put sunscreen on, Future Dew. I have it in my bathroom, but it's starting to separate, so I always have to give it like a really good shake. Otherwise, it comes out really oily. But I really love Future Dew. That is one of the things where it's just such a weird concept, and coming from someone who's combo oily, I can definitely see how it wouldn't be for everyone because it's so glowy, and if you have oily skin already, then you know how it feels. Like, it could be a little uncomfortable to see like a shiny T-zone, but for some reason it works for me. At least at work it does. Like, with the really harsh light, we have a lip line, of course, that's not sharpened well. I don't even know where my sharpeners are. Could use a different color, but the other color that I have does not suit me. Even though it's not a good color on me, we're just gonna do Graze because I can't. Also, I have a Halo Sculpt, which is like a highlighter. I really don't like this color. It doesn't show up on my skin, but we're gonna put it on anyway because that's what this video is about. So let's do it. All right, this is not gonna look good. I'm warning you now, but we're gonna do it anyway because I always get this weird patch when I'm stressed where it gets red right by my nostril. So don't think I just didn't put my foundation on. It's simply because I'm stressed. Oh my god, doing this on camera, I'm so out of practice. I used to do makeup videos all the time and now I just feel old and my lips are dry. Oh boy. That looks so bad. Oh man, that looks so bad, guys. Let me just we're gonna put a lip gloss on it, don't worry. By the time you watch this video, these are not new anymore, but they just launched 3 new lip glosses: bronze, pink, and brown. These are not, I think they needed more pigmentation. I get it, Glossier is natural, it's beautiful, it's embracing like just your beautiful self, but these look so good in the tube and they look so not good on my lips personally. With a nicer, darker lip liner, this would have looked way better. Oh my god, I can't even open it. But we're gonna put it on anyway. The darkest shade should help balance out some of the issues. Okay, these are very sticky, but I think that gives it more longevity on the lips. And they're not very sticky, but they're definitely sticky, even though it says they're not. It still doesn't look good because that's not my shade. That's way too pinky, peachy, undertones, it brings out the yellow in my teeth. But part of me does not want to put up this video, but I'm going to. And I also will be doing a video coming soon about how I feel working at Glossier, what has happened, the good, the bad, and the weird. So definitely stay tuned for that if you're interested. If you made it to the end of this, get ready with me. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you very soon with another video. If you have any requests, let me know down below. Stay safe out there, and until next time, bye.